Good morning, Simon. This beautiful wooden boat is being made without any power tool. Absolutely no power tool. The magnificent Fort Anne in Annapolis, Royal, with the beautiful Annapolis River and Bay of Fundy in horizon. Absolutely beautiful. I am at Fort Anne in Royal Annapolis. This is a place where a French adventurer champion first founded this city way back in 1602. And later the British victoriously renamed this place as Royal Annapolis. Bay of Fundy, Annapolis. I am at the Fort Anne Bastion. The fort shape creates area of crossfire which allow the land surrounding the fort to be easily defended. A group of about 70 Scottish settlers began a colony here in 1629, 8 years after King James I granted Nova Scotia to Sir William Alexander. Land of beauty, Royal Annapolis. Loyal dog. Some super fancy bikes here. This one is called Apache. So beautiful.
Henry, there you go.
Stand, buddy.
The most
This trash kills. Sea turtles choke in plastic bag mistaken for jellyfish. Plastic nets, lines and old traps thrown overboard can ghost fish for years. It's a slow and painful death for creatures of the sea. It threatens fishermen's livelihood. So please bag your trash, bring it back to shore. Building a magnificent piece of art. A boat. Digger Leopard is making this beautiful ship and using all these planks to build this ship. And can you tell me a little bit about the skeleton of the ship, and because
I can tell you quite a bit about it, actually.
Yes.
The bow stem and the stern post and the keelson and the horn timber, they're all Douglas fir. And then these frames are red oak.
Red
and
oak.
the planking is red pine.
Red pine.
Because it's a lot more maneuverable than white pine. White pine tends to be brittle. You probably wouldn't be able to do this with white pine because it would just split.
Yes.
Plus this bends a lot better. And then there's so there'll be no more planks go on down. The planks all come up. And then the last plank to go in is a shutter plank, and it is made to fit right in there. And in a perfect world, it will be identical to this one on both sides.
Yes.
Any difference in the shutter plank at all indicates there's something different on one side to the other side, right? But so far it seems like what we are having to do is we're having to deepen this rabbit because I don't think he intended on using as thick a planking. So as we go down, well, not go down, now as we come up, we'll just chisel out another, I don't know, 3/16 inch of the rabbit, so the planks sit flush with here.
Oh, I see. Yes.
And then it'll all be caulked. These seams will be primed and caulked with cotton, and then reprimed, and then puttied. And then the whole boat gets faired down so there's no bumps, nothing like this. See, that's a little bit of a bump, but when it's finished, that'll all be planed down so it's nice and smooth.
And you said something about who you think the ultimate owner of this is going to be. You mentioned something about auction or...
Well, if somebody doesn't come along and buy it in the meantime, it'll be, it's a property of Annapolis Royal because it was donated for this project and they're funding it.
Yeah.
So they'll either auction it off or sell it outright or have a lottery for it or something.
Very good. Thank you so much, Digger.
Hopefully the proceeds of this would go towards our next project, which I would like to see being a traditional scow schooner.
Oh, I see.
The Bay of Fundy's traditional boat was basically a sailing barge that they moved everything from Christmas trees to logs to hay to livestock, everything
I see.
on a floating barge, on a sailing barge.
Do you teach also at some sort of vocational school or
No.
no? That would be a wonderful thing for the
It
kids.
would be an awesome thing. Well, that's sort of what this project is about.
Yes.
And particularly if any young people come around that show any interest, you know, I really try to you know, kind of pique their interest a little bit so that they might, because we're losing our heritage.
Yes, you know, I am.
When I was young, there was boat building shops every few miles on any maritime coast. There was a boat building shop, and now there's none.
Very nice.
There's a few boat repair places, but you know.
And how you get the name Digger?
Oh, from working in the oil patch. The digger was a driller.
All right. Well, that was very informative. I really appreciate your
you're
time
welcome.
and giving me all this additional information. This is absolutely beautiful. Very happy to see this. Thank you.
So the other thing we're doing with this project is we're not using any power tools as such. So we're ripping our planks with this saw,
Oh, wow.
which was,
My Lord, this is fantastic.
this saw was made in 1885,
Wow.
and it's got like 5 teeth per inch,
Uh-huh.
and we're ripping all of our planks with this saw, and we're planing all of our planks with a 100-year-old hand plane, and so it's all, we're doing it the old way. We're clinch nailing it, and you know, it's not about doing the boat. It wouldn't be feasible to build a boat that way anymore. But
Approximately when do you think you may finish this, given that you don't use
this
any
boat
power
will be
tools?
finished and launched the end of the first week in October 2017.
Okay, so you got it.
For a centennial celebration.
Well,
launching.
I'll come back for it. Thanks so much.
I wish you would.
I will. Flowers, flowers. Why do I love flowers so much? And a beautiful rock sculpture. And here is my house. My colorful wooden house next to this amazing pine tree. Country road. The magnificent marshland of Annapolis Royal.